You're dehydrated?
I've been sweating a lot lately.
Yeah,
it's fucking hot outside. So I was like,
it's so hot.
So I was like, I should pretend I'm a sportsman and.
You're a sports boy.
Yeah, but I was like, you know what? I bet you I would feel better if I drank more water-based things.
Water.
And replace some of the salt.
Oh, yeah.
Replace some of the salt I'm sweating.
There's so much sugar in those, though, that it's like, you're better off just drink water.
Yeah, but this tastes good, too.
You ready?
I am ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, man. Well, welcome back to... I'm glad I didn't start with the... That's a classy mover there. Old Dominic's.
Yeah, Old Dominic.
Go check him
Pick
out.
up. It's based in Memphis.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Yep. You know how I knew that?
It says it right there.
Yeah.
Oh. We're not sponsored. They're just really cool.
Well,
they gave me stuff.
we're sort of sponsored by them.
They gave us coasters and some shot glasses.
Yeah. So, pick up. Go to your local whiskey place. Pick up yourself a bottle of Old Dominic bourbon.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's what we're drinking out of these beer cans.
And since that was a fake commercial for someone who's not actually paying us money, that must mean it's the Preacher Podcast.
It's the Preacher Podcast.
We're back. It's been a year. I forgot how hot it was to set up this shit in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Holy balls. Why do we do the video podcast in the summer? We do the Walking Dead podcast during the winter.
Audio only.
We could wear, audio only. We could wear 3-piece suits if we film this in the winter, but this show happens in the summer.
It's their fault.
It's 100% the show's fault. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's been a good year. Stuff happened. We did things.
Yeah.
I played D&D once.
He's now all up in. He talks about D&D all the time now. Every day. No, seriously, every day. He comes home and he's like, "Hey Nate, I'm working on a new D&D thing. Let me tell you about this new D&D thing." When he's not playing D&D, he's playing D&D in his mind.
And aren't we all always playing D&D in our minds?
You know what?
I
Yes.
fucking nailed that one, didn't I?
You did.
Cheers. I was gonna go with Nate. Also bought Nate bought a camel. The way that I went was the right move, though. So this episode didn't catch the title of it. It's 301 Pipe.
I did not get it.
Didn't catch the name. That's kind of something we should do. We really suck
We
at this.
should have. And you know what? Yeah, we should have.
I'll look it up.
You look it up while I'm talking. One thing that's interesting about this show.
What'd you think about it to start out with?
Well, the one thing, and here's the thing, here's the issue that I have is I have to follow the show's rules, right? We have to follow the show's rules. And the latest thing in the show's rules that I have to learn to follow is this idea that a person who's dead will not become brain damaged
without having oxygen to their brain within like 10 minutes.
Yeah. And so it's this idea
CPR is not a thing, apparently.
Right. So it's the idea that consciousness exists outside the body is a central, and it acts basically everything at I mean, that's the way they have to make it work for hell and then purgatory to work. They have to make it so that your consciousness can exist outside of your body.
They set that up without it being as explicit as this.
Yeah. So that was set up, but then this time I was...
And Hitler.
Yes, and Hitler.
Eugene and Hitler.
And Hilter, as you look at his nickname in the opening credits.
I didn't catch this at Hilter.
Yeah.
The new opening credits are great, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued to see what this stuff's going to be.
So that was my main, thing. But, I enjoyed it. There was fist fights.
A lot of fist fights.
A lot of fist fights.
A lot of good fist fights.
What was my favorite punch? I'll tell you which one.
I know which one it was.
Which one?
It's where he slammed him through the rearview mirror and the blood went up on the window.
Oh, that was pretty awesome.
Oh, that wasn't the one?
My favorite one was pretend you're going to swing at me. So do it. And I'm not, don't worry, I'm not going to do it. So he goes like this. So Jesse swings at Jody, and Jody does this. And normally he catches it like that, which is all badass. But normally the response would be that. His was punch. He caught it, and then punched with the same hand, and it was so cool. And I was like, awesome!
Also, I know what our thumbnail is now.
That one. Catch, punch. He's like, it's not even worth my time to move my other arm.
I know. Well, okay, so back up a little bit before we start breaking down the episode. The episode is called Angelville, which
was it? Okay,
not an exciting
makes
episode.
Sense.
The next episode is called Sons of Bitches. One word.
I like that.
So did we have any questions? We don't have to do that on this show.
Yes. Well, I have some questions for you. Some
Okay.
quiz questions. If you want to submit quiz questions for me to ask Trent, send them to Nate@NateBjork.com.
Can I throw up a counter to sending them to Nate@NateBjork.com?
Just send them to our regular email address.
And I just won't check them. It's not like there's
Just do that. Just send them to that. Just send them to BalticEffect@gmail.com.
So forget everything we just said.
Yeah.
Just remember Baltic Effect at gmail.com. Because I do not check the emails.
Yes.
I wait to be surprised. If there's two people, I mean, I think that we're kind of on the honor system, but other people like to read the emails ahead of time on other shows that we're doing.
I trust you, and who gives a shit? What's the worst that can happen? You know the questions ahead of time?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So make it a little easy. Yeah, because I'm not competing against anybody. This is just for funsies. If you want him to ask me some questions about like trivia from the show, like bar trivia, but from the show, just send it in with an email with your thoughts to the show, balticeffect@gmail.com.
All right, Daddy O'Hare. His first day of Mondays is on what day of the week?
I thought it was Tuesdays and he's coming by Monday morning.
It was Mondays.
He comes by Tuesday
morning?
morning?
Tuesday morning.
Yep. That was the other way around. That's
Come
weird.
on down to Mondays, first thing Tuesday morning.
Yeah, Tuesdays would be a terrible name. Why did I think that?
What's the British heavy metal band that Jesse thinks Tulip likes?
Dragon Force.
Correct. What? Tulip's skin is tighter than what?
Hotel bedsheet.
Yep.
Which, after we were watching the episode, when he said that, everything became as a hotel bedsheet.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that was as salty as a hotel bedsheet. I'm as tired as a hotel bedsheet. It kind of works for everything, but hotel bedsheets are fucking tight.
So when we were watching Hot Ones with Grandma and Cassidy, when we were watching Hot Ones.
Oh, the scorpion pepper.
That's the answer to that question. Does Jesse's grandma want to fuck Cassidy?
The grandma? No.
Yes.
She does?
Jesse's grandma wants to fuck Cassidy is my...
Well, he's the one that's like, she's hot, and then somebody else
But she was like...
Oh, is she into it?
I think she's into it big time.
Okay.
What movie did the cat clock remind me of?
The Felix the Cat movie?
It reminded me of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, do they have one
a
in there?
cat clock like that. What kind of truck, I need you want make and model, does Jody drive?
Ford 350?
Correct.
God, I'm on fire.
What are the three things that are poured down, that are blended in the magic bullet?
Oh God, I don't remember any of it. I maybe
What's one of them?
the scorpion pepper.
Nope. Magnesium, zinc, and mercury. And
Interesting.
Cassidy's like, isn't that poisonous? And she's like, she's already dead.
That's so good.
Those have been my questions.
Thank you. By the way, it being so hot, this is actually really nice right now.
Yeah.
Just a good old I think we could get other beers to put in these, but PBRs feel right.
Yeah.
They look right in
Well,
these.
here's the thing. I really enjoy a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
Please don't turn us into an ad.
Okay, I won't.
Like I know you do it to fuck with me, but it's like
know,
it, just,
no, but for real,
literally drains the life force
Okay, but this time,
out of me.
I only started doing it halfway through this sentence because it sounded like that's what I was doing. I really like Pabst Blue, but I really.
if you're gonna go to the beer store,
But I used to be.
and I die.
I used to be a little bit of a beer snob, and as you know, and as our listeners know, we live in Wisconsin, which is where beer is from.
It's made nowhere else. They act like it's only from, or if it comes from not here, they're like,
What?
Having said that, though,
Well, there's good beers everywhere.
yeah, like Kalamazoo's doing some good stuff over in Michigan. There's a lot of,
Every single state
State's
I've
got
been
breweries.
to, they've have great beers.
and it's gonna be different because of the water in the different places. I started to learn. I've been down to, I went to Mardi Gras this past year. Didn't go to Louisiana. Went to Mobile. I know you're like, what? That doesn't sound.
They have a Mardi Gras.
Yeah, and it's dope. It's so much fun. But they've been opening up a lot of nice breweries, and it's coastal. It's different kind of water that you're going to get there. It's interesting flavors. They're doing some really good stuff out there. But no, we're in Wisconsin. That's where beer's from. You were saying?
I was gonna say but and I used to be a bit of one but I really enjoy the consistent refreshing flavor
This
of a
is
PBR.
the only mass-produced beer that I'm really going to care for. The rest of them kind of taste like the inside of a gas can smells.
I have, in my fridge downstairs, I have Miller Lights and this. And the Miller Lite tastes like hot garbage compared to this.
Yeah, I'll drink Coors if I'm painting a house.
Yeah.
Specifically Coors Light when I'm painting the inside of a house.
The inside.
Something about it. I have never painted the outside of a house, so I don't know what beer I drink for doing that. Something about just having a cooler of Coors when you're painting takes the edge off the buzz you get when you're painting. But no, man, Pabst is good. It's it's light and it's not that dissimilar. There's a type of beer we have up here called Spotted Cow, and Spotted Cow is kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Well, it's
even people that don't like Spotted Cow like Spotted Cow. Like, it's just good beer.
It's so good.
And it's all like there was one time that I drank a Spotted Cow to sober up a little bit, but I've drank enough of it to get completely drunk. It's amazing beer. But this is very similar to that.
It gets you what you need.
If I can,
it's like Transpoil.
If I can, yeah. I'm done talking about beer right now. Transpoil. What the fuck is Transpoil?
I Googled it.
No way. It's a thing?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
It's not a thing.
I was like really excited for a second.
Not a thing.
Man.
I Googled Transpoil and I got a bunch of French pages. And then I Googled Transpoil English. And then I Googled Transpoil Preacher, and it was just people going, "Hey guys, do you guys know what Transpoil is? They put Transpoil. What's Transpoil?"
It's all Reddit articles.
Yeah.
You know what this
What's
is?
Transpoil? And someone, and I don't know, someone's like, it could be a portmanteau of transportation and oil.
Transport oil. Transpo oil.
Sounds stupid.
That's what it is.
It's gotta be
I feel like that's it.
So it gives, because what it did in this case is it gave Tulip what she needed to get out, which was in this case a AA battery to put in Cat Clock.
Oh, that's interesting. Cat Clock.
Yeah, because they poured it down.
Cat Clock. Are you ready? Sorry.
Nathan explosion.
Dude, you can't. There's a lot of good stuff going on now. Preacher's back. We just had that fun little riff. Venture Brothers is coming back August 5th.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I was like, there's a show that I got so mad at after last season, and as soon as it said it was coming back, I forgave everything.
I tweeted at James Urbaniak when I found out it was coming back, and I said, "Can you please not use the R word so much this time?" So he didn't respond, but hopefully, because it came out like in the in the 2000s
when it was still like.
I mean, it was still inappropriate. I think, but people still used it.
Yeah, it was.
For sure. And I was every time I was like,
that one really, really grind your gears.
And I'm not trying to be like I'm not trying to virtue signal. Is that a thing? I'm not trying to do that. It was like for a long period of time I worked with kids with developmental disabilities, and so that's why
you don't like the word. It bugs
it really
bugs a lot of people. Yeah. I don't think that you're asking. I don't think you're being
can you please
ridiculous.
not say R word anymore?
Yeah.
And so hopefully, let's get off that. Because it's a very funny show.
It is. Preacher, though.
Yeah.
This one.
So Angelville and Anvil have similar names. That's all I have about that.
That's astute and true.
When they pull the picture of baby Jessie out of
her stomach. Yeah.
And
which,
they're like,
wow, what a scene.
Shall we sew her back up? And she's like, no, put her in the machine. What's the machine?
We'll have to wait and find out.
I'm interested. Does that mean she's still alive or no? Maybe it's a food machine, like a sausage machine. Maybe they ate her. That's what it is.
Maybe it's a workout machine.
Take this body.
Like a Bowflex.
This is my body. Get broken for you. It's a holy communion.
Maybe she wants her to get them gains.
It is a Bowflex.
Okay.
It's got to be a Nordic track.
It's that kind of a machine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you ever ride a Nordic track? They're so hard to keep on the tracks. Like that wood, that piece of wood that you're it would never stay on there. And I only did it when I would go over to someone's house who had a Nordic track.
Yeah, I never understood why people just didn't get a fucking treadmill.
Well, this is back in the 80s, and it was a fad, I think.
Like the belts that people used to put around a machine that would shake your belly.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever seen those from back in the day?
Yeah, yeah.
My grandma had one of those.
Yeah.
I tried it when I was a little fella. Was
it fun? Did you go?
Crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. And no, it helped literally no one ever at all.
Yeah, but you know how they have these fads.
But balance bracelets are real.
Balance bracelets.
What's the thing that somebody told me the other day? It's something like a smart. a smart feller. I saw a smart feller. Shit, I can't even say it. I saw a smart fellow. A smart fellow I saw. Say that fast.
I saw a smart fellow I saw. I saw a smart fellow I saw.
That must not be it, because every time I tried to do it, I kept saying fart. I farted.
I saw a smart fellow I farts.
There it is! I made you say fart.
Fart smello.
Okay, so getting back to it. Starts out with some crazy stuff. The whole episode, which I feel like probably last season and stuff, it was doing things where it shows you something and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then they got to backtrack to that what the fuck moment. Mm-hmm. And so we know, which I kind of come out of my skin a little bit when she said Jody, because that resonated. I remembered that character as the guy that killed his dad and the guy that like beat the shit out of him when he's a little kid. Like, he's the reason that Preacher can fight. So, I mean, not in like a good way, like Mr. Miyagi way.
Yeah.
It's the opposite, but with similar results.
Yeah, he didn't teach him how to paint his fence.
No. Yeah. There was no waxing on Rob. He just beat the shit out of him after he killed his paw.
Yeah.
And that's something that I like later on. That little line creeps up when, he's like, here, go get the stuff on the list. He's like, I'm going to talk to Jody. And he's like, who's Jody? He's like, man, killed my dad. And it's just like, well, we'll leave that tied up. We won't unpack that one. We don't have time. Mm-hmm. But, that's how the episode started with that.
It started with a flashback, and it said long ago or many a
few years ago. Yeah.
And it was the guy getting the drunk spell or the sober spell. Mm-hmm. And then, old lady tried to run. Jesse's old lady tried to run off.
She did an RUNOFT.
Yeah.
They brought her back, and they shouldn't leave. So that's a good question. Yeah. Is she still alive? Is she in some kind of a machine?
She's not, but I hope she is, but she's not.
If she was alive, she wouldn't be.
She would not be happy.
She'd be like that guy that came into the room that TC had to knock out, and he's like, "We will wobble, but he do fall down."
Yeah.
That guy was trying to escape as well, and she's like, "Put him back."
Oh, maybe it's the same machine. It's the machine that fuels spells, like in Wolves of the Kala, or like the later books of Dark Tower.
They put the kids or orphans or whatever.
Yeah, the one half of the twins go in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it is. It's exactly that.
And then we got the new credits for this season. Couple of you noticed the
Hilter,
and then I noticed that they're hanging somebody upside down from a tree, and Jesse's just standing there watching it with a swagger of, can we get on with this? Come on, don't you know I got something to do? Come on, man. Like, that's just like always annoyed swagger Jesse. I could just tell from his outline that it's him. I'm trying to think of the other stuff that we saw.
I do.
Oh, not Hair Trigger. That's another. Just Venture Brothers. What's the guy's name? The bald guy from last season that ran the cult.
The meat guy. No.
Anyway, they showed that guy. He's like walking around prisoners that are shooting each other.
Oh.
He's back in his suit. So it's obviously him getting out of prison.
Oh, okay, that guy. Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of the other things they showed in the opening credits. But it's
that
gonna be
guy was fucked up.
There's like a sheriff with like his hat down. He's like smoking a cigarette. Yeah. So I'm hoping like some of this stuff will start coming to fruition very soon. Because I'm very, very much excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that seems to be about to happen. Yeah. It's gonna be neat.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. My only gripe about that, I like this episode a lot. Only gripe is it felt like we got some explaining of stuff. We got a lot more questions, and not really that much happened when you get to the episode. We had the backstory stuff, which set up who these people are, and who these people are is the people that helped bring Tulip back from the dead. We got a little more Tulip's backstory. She's a kid, which I thought we were going to go a different way about that, because last season they set up her running into people that knew her family. And I thought it was going to kind of tie into that a little bit more, but instead we're getting more of Jesse's backstory right now.
Oh, sure.
Which a lot of it is intertwined. They're two stories, so it's going to be interesting. But I don't want to go too far ahead. Let's back up and see what you got there. Fights obviously were the
fights.
That's what of any gripe I had. The fights more than made up for it. Him like just throwing Cassidy around, like it was a throwing fight. I
forgot his name when I wrote this down, so I wrote it.
We're professional podcasters.
Yeah, Jesse against Cassidy was a pretty sweet fucking fight. Next one, Jody versus everyone.
He's like, I just want to piss him off a little bit or something.
Yeah, and like he walks up, and I love how they didn't pull their guns right away.
Yeah, I wondered if they were guns or just like sticks. Because I heard there were gunshots.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's gunshots when he came out the back, but until then, they're like, all right, let's go down there and fight this guy.
I also like that because he has that's one of the things that I loved about this episode is people that hate each other but put that aside to handle business. Mm-hmm. Jesse and Cassie were literally just at each other's throats. Mm-hmm. But okay, we can bring her back to life. Yeah. Plus his grandma's hot. Yeah. So you get this stuff. All right, yeah, we'll have a little argument. I'm going to go do the thing I really don't want to do. You go do that stuff. And that little moment of which because this triangle of Cassidy and Jesse and Tulip is an interesting dynamic. I think it's not too terribly uncommon. Somebody sees a girl that they like, and it's their friend that's with them, and they're like, "Well, I could be so much better for him." Just because you could.
Do you think Cassidy wishes he had Jesse's girl? Why can't I find a woman like that?
This has been the Preacher Podcast. Because how are we going to say anything
Why
else?
did we not say this
I feel like
2
we did.
seasons ago?
I feel like we might have.
Okay. If we did...
Let's cut to a clip. Not doing it.
No.
Not watching
Let's watch all of those stupid things.
No, not doing that. Not to find if we did that one joke. No, it's an interesting dynamic because he's like, I know we're better than you. And it's like, no, you don't. And I'm not saying that I don't root for Cassidy and Tulip. If they got together, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. He knows her now. He knows a version of her now. There's a different relationship that you have with someone who you've known your entire life. So whether Cassidy and Tulip are right together or not, he's not going to beat what Jesse and her have had together forever. And so that's a bigger thing. So for him to... It's up to her. We'll have to see what she, I'm glad that they waited to be like, so we had a fight over you because now you got to pick which one. Which one? You're not getting out of this creepy house until you tell us which one of us you're going to be going with because we're going.
You know who she's going with? She's got to be going with Cassidy because Jesse gave that blood oath to his Grammy.
Yeah, so let's talk about that a little bit.
To his mama.
To do the price for her to bring Tulip back to life. She said, "You know what I want?" Cuts his hand, gives her some blood, and she does something I think inappropriate with it. But maybe I just saw that wrong. I'm hoping I just saw that wrong because.
Is there an appropriate thing to do with someone's blood? Save someone's life.
Throw it in a biohazard receptacle, or donate it to the Red Cross, which I love the Red Cross.
Or drink it.
If Cassidy needs it. Anyway, no, I don't. What do you think the price actually is?
I think it's gotta stick around.
He's got. Oh,
I think that's what it is.
You think they're gonna open?
And which is stupid.
It's very stupid.
It's stupid.
Unless she needs him for the machine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's that. But okay, so
maybe that's the price. She needs him for the machine. That's stupid.
That's stupid. So anyway, moving forward with it, they have to put that aside for them to go handle their business. And he goes to Jody, and he has to put stuff aside for Jody. Even though Jody gives him a hug, but then it's also like, we got to finish what we started, i.e. a fight. Mm-hmm. And then they like him saying things like, just like the old days. And him, like they did work together. I like it when characters that know each other do stuff together, and it's very easy. It's very cohesive. There's like a shorthand there. Yeah. I like that a lot because that's how it is with your friends. Like how your friends and people that you've been around, how they're going to react to something.
At the same time, I think when Jesse was like, sees Jody go in there to fight all those dudes and then he pulls the car around, I think he's like, yeah, if Jody gets it, that's cool, but also if Jody gets killed, he killed my dad.
Yeah, I don't really give that much. I'll still have to go in there.
It's not like he had to talk him into it. It's not like Jesse was like, are you sure you don't need my help?
Yeah, I know. I liked it too when the guy comes around the truck and he's looking at him. He's like, "Hey, preacher." Or he's like, "Do I know you?" And he's like, acting like he actually still is a preacher. No one looks really that close at preacher's attire to see it's like covered in blood and dirt and shit.
I love that it's covered in blood and dirt.
It's all fucked up. People just kind of see it and don't really inspect it. And they're like, "Oh, preacher."
He looks nice in there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So they get the tin foil, trefoil, transfoil. McPoil. So they get that. There's a scene where hair clippings got ate.
Got it.
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't ask what Tulip's actual favorite music is.
Joni Mitchell?
Hmm?
I couldn't remember.
Now I want to jump to
Look what the cat cough up.
That's good. A lot of good sayings in this one. I want to jump to Purgatory.
Yes, let's talk about it.
I feel like that's probably, other than cool fights. I mean, cool fights are fun to watch, but I feel like Purgatory was the most interesting part.
Sure.
I love a good deep backstory. Tulips is really jacked up, and I found
it was well shot. It was shot like
stage play.
Stage play.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's so good. He just puts his coat on over the the striped prison suit.
Yeah.
And to do and he's like saying all the exposition, like, they say hiring an O'Hare is a curse, and he's just all that it's just well delivered, well done. Mm-hmm. I also found something kind of chilling with her talking to, I mean, obviously this is all like fake stuff, or maybe they're real. Her mom, so the mom comes out, talks to the younger girl, but Tulip's there, and she's about the age of her mom in that. And I just thought there's some kind of chilling, kind of haunting about that. Kind of interesting to be like, well, there she is, and like where I am now, but her then, whatever. And she tells her herself how to put a slide into the round, put a round into the slide.
Yeah.
Thought it was cool. That was a great scene. That was
real
sad. That was an interesting way of her getting out of Purgatory, the battery, because that happened, and it could be like, well, that was interesting, but then all the stuff that they mix together is stuff that's in a battery.
That is what it is.
So it makes you wonder, is it always a battery that gets you out?
Always.
Even before they existed.
Yep.
So what else you got?
Purgatory. So Purgatory exists in this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a lot of stuff, and that's the thing that I think. I feel like get out of here. It's that season where little bugs wake up and they're like, I'm gonna fly around where all the light is.
Mm-hmm. That's why we got these covers.
Oh yeah, that does come in handy. Anyway, what was I saying? I think as much
Speaking
as you
of flies.
get onto speaking of how you you have an issue with like rules and stuff, and I do too.
Yeah.
I get aggravated when they like try and establish rules and then just break them, or they're not well established. I think in this world, it's just kind of everything exists. Kind of an American Gods kind of thing. Where
sure.
It's a little more open than it's a little more than just binary.
Yeah.
So I think there is going to be a purgatory. There is going to be a this. There's going to be a that. There's all these other ways of existing. That's going to be
there's
different.
a bunch. That's good thinking.
I think stuff's just going to kind of come up, and it'd be cooler if stuff fit into rules to help our OCD, but sometimes they won't. But anyway, what you got? What were you going to tell me about flies?
It's actually not flies, birds. Do you know why? Do you know why you cover the host with a sheet at communion?
Cover the host?
The wafers and the...
Yeah, not Catholic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. When you take communion...
From the South. We don't have Catholicism.
They put the shit on the shit. In the early church, birds is supposed to prevent bird poop from landing on it.
These are the little, like, croutons of Christ that people with the blood...
The Christ Krispies. Yeah.
Christ Krispies.
Yeah.
I heard that one.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, the wine is his, or grape juice is his blood.
Blood, yeah.
And then
the
crackers are his skin.
Yeah.
And then,
so they cover them. But, like, anyways, they take it out and it's covered, and that's the tradition.
Because back in the day, birds.
But back, the history of that is birds would poop on it.
Not steal them.
Yeah.
But poop on it.
Yeah.
You're shitting on Christ, birds.
Stop it.
Stop shitting on Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Pigeons are the devil's bird.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's pretty funny.
I don't know if it was pigeons. Yeah, they were in New York City is where the early church started.
Well, I don't think it was a bunch of like albatross, or I can't imagine like a flock
dodos?
of pelicans.
Were they alive?
Yeah, what was
Ever?
it? It's a bunch of parrots. Wild parrots found their way into churches back in the day.
And also with you. And also with you.
What else do you have?
That's all I have.
Man, what a good episode.
Oh.
And I'm gonna say that I don't want another one, but was that the offer?
Yeah. Well, I was like saying, whoa, like holy crap.
It makes it easy to drink it faster. I had to slow down.
I'm gonna get another one. Do you want one?
No, I'm good. Thank you though.
You talk to these fine folks.
Now that he's gone. No. This episode makes me want for more, and I don't know. It was like watching a show. Sometimes you watch a show, and you're like, wow, I can't believe there's so much more of this episode left. This time I was watching it, it ended, and I was like, what? And I wanted more, and I don't know which bodes or shows better for the show, if that makes any sense. Like, what does it mean that it was a better show because I wanted more, or is it better when I can't believe?
I think it's you want more.
So it is a good thing, man.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm excited for the rest of the season. You excited for the rest of the season?
I'm absolutely excited for the rest of the season.
Heck
Actually,
yeah.
I thought this was a really solid opener.
Yeah, I think so too. But give us more. I've been saying it. I said every season you gotta give us a little bit.
I hope we're not sitting in this house though forever.
You said you wanted him to stay there.
Yeah, I only did that because
I
you
said
were.
you better not stay in this house the whole season. You're like, I want him to stay there and have
Well,
fist fights.
I only did that because I knew it would bug you.
Okay.
You know how contrary I am.
Um,
You know I'm an ass.
I just know that you want dumb stuff.
I do.
Way to shoot for the middle there, Nate. So do we have any emails? I haven't even checked.
We do.
Is it Shane? Mm-hmm. Is this for... Delos emailed us.
Yeah.
Because it's from Westworld.
Yeah.
So... all of those are Westworld? Oh my god.
Yeah. They've been coming in, baby.
Jesus. All right, you want to read Shane's? You got
Yeah, I can read it. Yeah, no, I get the notifications on this.
Send us
and
your
it's
thought.
I was like, who signed us up for Westworld stuff?
See, I did it for my personal one. I wonder if Sadie or somebody did that. You can send your thoughts and whatever about the episode to balticeffect@gmail.com. Also send your quiz questions to the same one now. Streamlined it.
Streamline. Shinogle sends an email. He said, Hola.
Hola!
Man, it's been a long time since I got to write into the podcast.
I know. He's on the Walking Dead podcast now, if you didn't already know.
Let me dust off these here bullet points and see what there is to say about this premiere. I like the flashback that started the episode. I hope we see more of Jesse's mom. I'm looking forward to / terrified of finding out what happened to her. Aw, the old couple need a libido spell. I wonder how much of Mama Marie's clientele dried up after the invention of Viagra.
I think you said something similar to that.
You know what? The clientele is the only thing that dried up after the invention of... what's up with the old man? Why are they holding him hostage? Is he the only one, or is there a barn full of old people somewhere on the property?
I don't know. That's a big question. Does it have something to do with the machine?
Is this going to become a Walking Dead Season 2 barn full of zombies situation?
I wish I could remember the thing where there was somebody in Walking Dead that was keeping a secret, and it was like, there's such and such and such, and there's walkers in the barn, and like I wanted him to accidentally spout all the secrets, and anyway.
Will someone have to mow down a barn full of confused elderly people? Maybe. Mama Marie orders Christine to be strapped into the machine. It's probably some kind of fun machine that plays games and dispenses candy, right?
It's a PlayStation VR. It's the new Nickelodeon cardboard not Nickelodeon, Nintendo cardboard, Nintendo Lab. That's what it is. Have you seen those?
Yes.
Yeah, the machine is the Nintendo Lab. That would have been a funnier gag if I'd have said it the first time. And I'm making it worse by explaining why it's not funny. Take it away, Nate. Solid transition.
Yep. I'm glad Cass finally told Jesse about sleeping with Tulip. I hope it never gets brought up again.
We just sweep that one under the rug.
Yep. I really like the minimalist depiction of Purgatory. It felt like a play. It also felt like we were saving money on the set budget, but they pulled it off stylishly.
Ooh.
Is this the first time we learned Tulip's name is Priscilla Jean?
I think so. I don't know, but I think so.
Another sign of good budget management, Jody beating up a whole building full of people while we sit with Jesse outside and just hear it.
I'm okay with jokes like that every now and then.
Yeah.
You know, like don't make it everything, but
I kind of like it, yeah.
It's funny, but give me a little something.
Yeah.
Which they did. They give us other fights, but
it's like when you're watching like an old Western and then like just like
people come flying
and
out
then a
window.
guy through it. Yep.
Just like Smokey and the Bandit 3, where the Smokey is the bandit.
Twist. The whole fight is off screen except for like one guy getting thrown into frame. Still, it works. Mama Marie tells Cass to just ask for what he wants in payment. What do you think he'll ask for? A love potion? A cure for vampirism?
I don't know.
Jody can lift a truck single-handedly?
Oh yeah, that happened.
I'm amazed Jesse lasted 5 minutes with him.
Yeah.
I really like the little kid version of Tulip admitting that they're an actor hired to play the part.
Yeah, the show's cheeky, man.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I like God still being represented by the fetish Dalmatian.
Yeah, there's that.
I wonder what mission he wants Tulip to go on. What did Jesse promise his grandma?
Yeah.
That's it for this week. As usual, can't wait to see what you guys thought. Shinogle. So Shane, thank you. You said a lot of good points that.
I think it's interesting that a lot of things that he's coming up with at the end are questions, which is what we have as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I can't go too much further and stuff because I just have more questions I just want to know.
Yeah.
I'm also a little antsy about that because we just came off of Westworld ending, and Westworld ended with us going, "What happened? What? But
the entire
what happened?
The season started with what was the fuck was that? The first episode, after the first episode of the second season. What the fuck was that? Well, you know what? It's the start of the season, so it'll get cleared up.
And Preacher gets
We'll get it. We'll get it.
We'll know. Preacher has a little more leeway in my heart because it's a little closer to me. So, it's fine. But give us some answers. Just give me a little something. A little taste.
Yeah, a little tasty taste.
All right. Well, that's it. This has been the Preacher Podcast, brought to you by the Baltic and Trentendo. I don't think I said all that at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you did.
Yeah. Until next week, Nate is nice.
Trent is nice.
Stella's a pretty kitty, and we love you. Wow!
You remembered it.
Whoa!
I forgot all about that.
Oh! Our memories work for one dumb thing.
Yep.
Too bad I can't remember to take the trash out.
She is a pretty kitty.